It's time, once again. We are live. Brittany, J-Chip, Lionheart, what is going on? Decided to do a live stream for about an hour. What's going on, Jay? Ryan Redfield is in the chat. Thanks for coming in. I was going to do some mercenaries tonight, but because of work and time restraints and everything like that, what's going on, Ian, Josh, Jackie Boy? I decided just to talk about some collection memorabilia stuff with you guys, preferably steelbooks. That's kind of what this is going to be about, is going through. I went through a lot of the movies that included steelbooks last week, and you guys wanted to see more of what I had from the steelbook collection, and I kind of picked stuff from the collection and stuff like that that had to do with the games and the movies, so I kind of compiled everything. So yeah, I figured it would be kind of a cool little video, because one thing that I'm promising myself in 2021 is to, just try to stream more, do more, try to be more just all my shit. And I think so far 2020 was a good indication of where, all the work that me, John, and Dustin put in. So I kind of want to continue that in 2021. So basically, don't fall off, keep going. I'm good, Brittany. Hope you're doing well. Liquor Sandwich is in here. James Lindsay. Lionheart says, my wife is currently playing Resident Evil Revelations raid mode. That's a fun mode. Just got home playing Banjo-Kazooie, says J-Chip, because why not? That's funny you mentioned that. I got the Rare Replay digitally on Xbox for like $8, and it has Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, and Nuts and Bolts, which is that's the big oof on the internet right now. Greetings, Cody. Just got my Jill Valentine figure today. That's awesome. That's amazing. Post that in the Discord if you haven't. And if you guys are in here, hit that thumbs up. Thanks for coming by. We only got 17 of you in there. That's fine. This is also going to be archived for people that are watching. So why are we here? Well, we could chat some collection as well at some point once I kind of get through this stuff. Yes, Happy New Year to everyone. This is the first stream of the new year. It's 2021. So we are here just kind of doing a improvised kind of little live stream for you guys. So hope everyone had a healthy new year. You only ate celery and you didn't drink any alcohol. And no, I'm just kidding. Does that rare collection have Conker's Bad Fur Day? I don't know if it does. I don't think so. It has a lot of shit. It has Perfect Dark Zero, so much shit. I mean, there's a lot on there. For the price, I mean, if you can get it on sale, that's what you want. You want something that, gives you a good bang for the buck. And if you haven't played those games before, and whether you're on the digital or the physical machine, you have that. So it's just one of those things where pick it up if you missed out on it, you know what I mean? Or if you thought that you missed out on it on the last gen. But why are we here today? Well, does that rare collection have or I already read that. Oh, okay. So with the Rare Replay, that's what I wanted to say. What they have on the digital thing is they make it to where you put it puts two digital copies on there, so you see them both. So like if you buy it, it like doubles it because it wants you to launch it through the Rare app thing. So if you buy that, just to avoid confusion, because I didn't know what the hell that was about either. So Perry cleared it up. And we are going to be on Game Complainers this coming Wednesday. We're going to be back live Wednesday around 9:30, 10 o'clock. Stay tuned. Okay, so one topic that we're going to talk about one thing that I like collecting in movies and gaming is steelbooks. And steelbooks are always great because usually, you know, they feel nice. They always, for the most part, have good artwork. Artwork that's, you know, nice and that's different than the physical case that they normally put out. It's kind of like the, you know, the bland case kind of, you know, some people just want a little bit more to their shelves. You know, they're tired of looking at normal cases. I myself, I do both, right? So like with 4Ks, I get 4K steelbooks if I can, because typically I like the way they look on the shelf. I have a lot already, so it's kind of a thing, and a lot of them are Best Buy steelbooks, but they don't have to be from from a specific place. So they don't have to be from, you know, Best Buy, Target, Walmart, but I get them from everywhere. And I don't have any of the Resident Evil guns, Ian. I want the airsoft gun, but I had a shitload of Chinese food and 4 drinks other than soda, says Jackie Boy. That's good, man. I hope you had a good New Year's, and we appreciate the support always, Jackie Boy. Chris says, what's up? What's going on? Good to see you, Juan. I got Scarface on Steelbook at the pawn shop for $2. Great movie, great deal. It's not bad. I want the 4K globe that came in the set, but I didn't get that. Also, yes, so steelbooks are great. And Resident Evil has released a bunch of steelbooks. Now, I don't have every steelbook. I don't. Movies and gaming, I'm probably still missing a nice chunk of steelbooks because this doesn't count anything from Japan, anything from, you know, the other ports of the game and imports of the game that have steelbooks. So I hope everyone's doing well in the chat. It's good to see everyone. First video, first live stream of the year. Happy New Year, guys. Hit that thumbs up. We're here for Let's Talk Resident Evil. We're here to hang out for a little bit. Liquor Sandwich says, I got Director's Cut sealed for $100 at my local retro store. Had to snag it. If I saw that, I would have done the same thing. Cannot blame you. So the first thing we're going to start with are the Resident Evil video game steelbooks that I own, because there's a lot of both, but I don't have everything. So we're going to start with what I have. Shout out to my boy Nick Caldwell for setting me up with this. He was getting rid of some stuff in his collection. And this is kind of rare, actually. So this is Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City. Look at that nice steelbook. Look at that. Look at that. Ready? I hit the mic. But look at this. Umbrella. Distant Memories in the chat says, Happy New Year's, Anthony. Keep on rocking, man. Thank you, Distant Memories. Hope you had a good one. I only own the RE4 steelbook, the red tin one. Yes, Juan, that's a good one to bring up. We are going to be showing that here. Also, one thing I wanted to mention is I didn't actually get this steelbook initially when the 360 version came out, because this steelbook right here is the Xbox 360 steelbook. I believe this was like a pre-order bonus, and I had the 360 version initially, and then I ended up buying the Ryan Redfield. It seems to be kind of rare and going for, you know, some money online. So last time I looked at it, it was still selling. Like I was looking at what it was sold for, and I don't know the exact bonus of this, whether it was from another, another store or something like that. So that's the big thing, is that just trying to, you know, track down these things. Sometimes they become rare. Liquor Sandwich says, my ex's brother pawned my Operation Raccoon City steelbook with other rarities for hard dope. Still salty about it. I would be too, because that's kind of annoying. I would beat the shit out of them. No, so but no, actually do it. No. So yeah, this is one of the later steelbooks that I got. I didn't get this initially on release. It was way after, and a good friend got that. So this is probably my oldest Steelbook, and this was back when, like, you know, there wasn't a lot of Steelbooks hanging around my collection, but some, you know, this kind of suffers from what the Halo 2 Steelbook kind of does, where it, like, you know, gets fucked up over time. And even though it's in a case, like, I keep this thing in a case, but it's the Resident Evil 5 Kajuju Steelbook from the collector's edition that's still not really worth a lot. You can get the Steelbook for like $10 to $15, if that. So there's a lot of them out there. I mean, this thing was fucking mass produced. I mean, it was the highest selling Resident Evil game, so I think it still is one of the most high sold ones. So this is a big deal, because, you know, back then they also advertised, you know, the cross promotion. I was kind of showing this last week, but don't you remember the better times when it was 48 hours, baby? Yeah, so this is the 48 hour, which was used probably to play with my friends on, like, a, you know, split Xbox. You know, this was used a while ago. And what's cool about this Steelbook is there's artwork behind it. So this is kind of like the Gears of War Steelbook that came out. I found your channel during RE5. Good times. Right, and respect. I do remember that, my friend. You are an OG. I have good memories tied to this Steelbook, good memories tied to this game. And yeah, time flies. And, you know, the 360 era was still one of the best eras for online gaming. And just fun party chats. And it was a time to be a gamer. And I was happy I was a part of it. And did the YouTube thing along the way and met a bunch of cool people on you know, online and with you guys and stuff like that. Kind of goes hand in hand. So I'm kind of happy that this is kind of embedded in the channel's history, because channel gets, you know, fucked up. I had to restart the channel, you know, in 2010, and started it with the RE5 DLC, because at that point it was a year, not even a year for the game's release date. We weren't even at the year anniversary. Nemesis, what's going on, brother man? Thank you. Yeah, we're just going through some Resident Evil Steelbooks. That's the topic here today on this video. And RE5, great Steelbook, but the problem is that, again, it kind of gets a little fucked up. Even though you put this thing away, you know, and there's nothing you can do. Basically, you just got to get a sealed one, keep it sealed, and then keep the old one until it gets, you know, rotted to shit. All right. So, this next one, I actually don't know how this is sold online, like how it is with a number price. I'm not sure. There's a couple things that you know, I really wanted to, again, try to get in my collection. There's a couple things that are on my list that I'm going to add to this eventually. But this is from the Resident Evil Biohazard. Resident Evil 7. This is from the Rare Collector's Edition that sells for like $400 to $500. And the story behind this is great. And I still got my receipt in here to remember the shitty experience that was getting this fucking thing. Because, you know, you guys heard the story before. I've said it a million times on this channel. But, you know, Capcom fucked up when they shipped these collector's editions. There's wrong copies in the collector's edition. So they would have this, but with an Xbox copy in there if you got PS4, and vice versa. So you had to buy the game, and then they would refund you the money when you returned with the copy to get the correct collector's edition. So I don't know if people are selling this and they gutted it out of that collector's edition and they're reselling it online. That's the only way to get this. This was not a pre-order bonus. This was not a Best Buy exclusive. This was the one collector's edition that actually gave you a Steelbook in America, because the other, versions of the collector's editions that come out, the Steelbooks are not in those editions. So you have to buy them separately, and we know this because of Resident Evil 3. Those Steelbooks, that's what happened. And there's a lot of story that goes behind this, but it is cool that it's a white case. It has the black and the orange really pop on this thing. It's really like clean looking. It's really cool. It's really cool because, again, American collector's editions no longer get Steelbooks like this. So, yeah, Ryan, respect. When you told me that, man, I don't blame you, because if they were to lose the collector's editions, I would never order from them again. And you know what? And me and John talked about this on the channel. The Japanese collector's editions are so much better, and they make them, or the collector's edition. Sorry if I said Steelbooks. They come with Steelbooks. You don't have to get them separate. And they come with physical soundtracks. And the way they make the boxes aren't cheap. Like, that was the problem, is that they just made them fucking cheap. So, yeah, go ahead, Jack. Post it. But yeah, so this is one of my favorites. I still love this Steelbook. I actually keep this on the shelf like that because I just have to, man. I just have to. I put that old RE7 case away, and I was like, I got to put this thing on there. So, all right. So next, we move on to the era where GameStop had a deal with Capcom with the collector's edition from RE7. And they decided, we're going to take the Steelbooks out and sell them separately. Go to Best Buy, motherfuckers, because that's the only place you're finding these Steelbooks. But first, we have a question from Solid Snake. Colonel 1220. Anthony, do you think RE3 Remake was rushed? I don't think it was rushed. I just think that it was more so one of those things where they made it the same time as RE2. And I feel like they didn't do RE3 its full service in regards to like Nemesis and the Nemesis designs and stuff like that. I think there has to be, a little bit better of a balance there. But I think it was still enjoyable. I think it was still a really fun game. In fact, I'm going to be going back and playing it soon. But I enjoyed it, and I liked it better than RE2. So I think a lot of people were really butthurt, and we got a lot of shit. We still get called, full of ourselves, and, we were just kissing Capcom's ass because we liked RE3 Remake. It's kind of like, we kind of got flack where, like we'll talk about horror real quick, right? You know how horror, like, if you like a horror remake, and the remake's shittier than the original, or someone thinks that it's shittier than the original, and they bash you for it, that's pretty much what we got in return from a lot of people that were not happy when that came out. So it seems like almost everyone that was with us, that was building up the hype when this was coming out and was following us, immediately turned and was like, what the fuck are you guys, talking about? Why do you think it's good? Why do you think it wasn't rushed? Because I think, hey, if you think it was rushed, that's fine. I still enjoyed the game. You know what I mean? I'm sure fucking Halo Infinite was rushed to a certain degree, but people are still going to play that. So, depends. But this is the era, speaking of remakes, we have the Best Buy edition of Resident Evil 2. Now, these obviously were sold separately. You would get this as a free item if you picked up the game within the first few copies or you pre-ordered it. They're essentially a pre-order bonus if you got it on the app, and it has the, the pre-order bonus and shit like that. And then you open it up and get used to it, because they're going to end up reusing this on the RE3 Steelbook, the same fucking image. Now, is it cool? Yeah, it's Raccoon City in all its glory, in all remake glory, and obviously you can put the game in them. These are pretty valuable online. They do sell for quite a bit of money. So these obviously are rare. You can call them rare Steelbooks. Yeah, right. Respect. I think that's what I'm saying. It's like I don't understand, the hate for someone liking something. RE3 Remake isn't perfect, but you're straight up trying to say it's a bad game. It just didn't live up to expectations. Yeah, there's a lot of, and yeah, same thing with Liquor Sandwich. It's still, there was elements of it that were disappointing. It wasn't a perfect game, and we talked about that on the channel, and we talked about that on the, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the thing is that, like, it's weird because, when you talk to the voice actors and stuff like that, and they say that they were working on voices in, 2018 and, 2017 and 2018, it makes you think in the grand scheme of things, like, who is saying that these things are rushed? Like, is there actual proof of, like, when they actually started to rush these games? You know what I mean? So I see what you're saying, Nemesis, but, like, I don't know. It's because, like, we talked to Nicole and I made sure I asked her, like, when did you work on this game? And it was years ago. So it's like they were working on this shit for a long time. Now, whether or not they wrap production and then just let it sit on a shelf with no further development for a couple years, I find that unlikely. But at the same time, to each his own. You know what I mean? Resident Evil 3, I think, again, could have been the best fucking thing. Could have been whatever. It could have been better. But I still prefer the original for several reasons. But they developed RE2 and RE3 at the same time. So I think people that say that, it was rushed, you can say the same thing for this guy, and you can say the same thing for this guy. You kind of can't, you can't do one without the other. You know what I mean? You can't be like, because people that were saying that RE3 is rushed gave RE2 a fucking pass. Okay? They gave it a fucking pass. They didn't say that it was rushed. They didn't, even though that I could look at RE2 and be like, yeah, that shit's fucking rushed, bro. And people would be like, what the fuck? But RE3 got the hate. RE3 got the fucking hate sauce. So that shit got completely fucked. But yeah, definitely could have been longer. Nemesis could have been in it. I'm not saying that RE3 Remake is a perfect fucking thing. Even if it's my favorite fucking game of all time, which the original is, and it couldn't top. Because I like the originals the way they are. And I wish I had more puzzles. I agree, Ryan Respect. It really should have had all that stuff and more. And same thing with RE2. That's why the remakes are not perfect. And people that think they are... Now, again, like, were we excited and hyping it up? Yeah, we were. Because, again, we wanted it to be perfect. But I'm not afraid to admit when we're wrong. And when also a remake disappoints us, because they both did. To a certain degree, they did. But RE2 got a pass on a lot of shit, and it still does. Just saying. So RE3 was kind of the scapegoat of the trilogy, but, maybe if they remake RE1 again and they do something else different, then people will complain about that too. I'm just saying that, for the record, I know it's a tangent, but we're talking about RE3. This is the Re3 Steelbook right here. And this is another rare item. I do like this better because my boy Nemi is on the front. And you got Jill on the back. With the same Raccoon City image that's back here pasted behind her, which they could have obviously used something different. They could have put, anything else there. But they decided to use the same Raccoon City background. So these Steelbooks are okay. I get why they're rare. But, it's like they're okay Steelbooks. I don't think they're the best. But, I do like the fact that they are like Best Buy Steelbooks. Because I collect Best Buy Steelbooks as far as like movies and stuff like that. So I don't have a lot of... I have the Doom Eternal Best Buy Steelbook, but I don't have a lot of, like, video game Best Buy Steelbooks. So we'll see how it is. But you got two of them right there. Now that concludes the video game Steelbooks. But you have all the PS4 versions. That's awesome. Are you going to make RE videos on the RE Netflix series? Yes, Solid Snake. We're going to be doing everything. We're going to be covering all Resident Evil on all fronts. So 2021 is going to be a big year for the channel because we're going to be busy. There's going to be a lot of news coming out, a lot of, you know, shows to be talked about. And so whether 2021 and 2022 is when we see the live action stuff come to the screen, we will be covering it for you guys here. We're not going to neglect any RE news that comes in. I promise you that. How much do the RE2 and RE3 collector's editions go for? Anyone know? I think like you can still get the RE2 and RE3 ones at a lower price. It might be 100 or 200 more, if I'm not mistaken, but it depends. They should have added RPD to the Steelbook. Emmanuel, I agree. You know, just missed opportunities there. I like personally. Where is it? This kicks the fuck out of all the Steelbooks that I just showed you. This kicks the fuck out of all of them. This is badass, man. Do this again. Because not only did it come with the collector's edition, it looks fucking awesome. But we move on to the movies. Now, I don't have any other movie besides Vendetta on a Steelbook, and this is Blu-ray. This is a Walmart Steelbook. It actually looks pretty dope. It has the airport that's destroyed. You got Leon and Claire in the background there. This is the house that's on fire in the beginning. It's fucking awesome. This movie is dope. And I want more Steelbooks. Like, I want like a Damnation Steelbook and stuff like that. I just don't know if there's one floating around that's out there. I have to actually look into it and, you know, see what's going on. But yes, this is the Blu-ray. Shout out to Perry. I'm going to go through the Walmart Steelbooks, and he hooked me up with all of these. Bloody in Third says, yeah, they were originally $210 over here, but if you grab them now, you're looking at $300 easy. Cool. What's up, 111? What's up, Darnell? We're going through the Steelbooks today on the channel. Chatting it up. Degeneration's great. I agree. It's so good. Brings back a lot of memories and nostalgia. Now, Resident Evil 2002. Mila Jovovich comes back naked, and she's going into the city to kill her husband for making shitty movies. And this is great. I do like these Steelbooks. I like them. They're simple. They kind of reuse the same shit that's inside. I showed these earlier, or last week, I should say, when we went over the history. Check out that video. We did a live stream and a video called The History of Resident Evil on DVD and Blu-ray, going through most of the releases that I owned on video. Now, I don't own all of them, again, on the movie releases. So there's Steelbooks that I still need, like the final chapter. I kind of missed out on that one, so I'm going to have to obviously go through a reseller to get that. It's going to be on eBay, but, you know, here we go. And this is Resident Evil Apocalypse. When Matt is now Nemesis in Raccoon City, it's time for Alice to understand that she has to get emotional. I like how the inside of this is just like metal. It's just so like Apocalypse, you know? It's like, yeah, fucking metal, brother. And even like the soundtrack, it's all metal. So yeah, this is Resident Evil Apocalypse and Walmart Steelbook, Wally World holding it down for the underground and keeping the Steelbooks. Their physical media section is done. Like done. What's up, Ty? I'm doing good. We're talking about Steelbooks, baby. Steelbooks! Double feature of Steelbooks. And I went to Walmart recently, and I think it was with Callie, and I was like, what the fuck is this? It's literally like a fucking 4-foot section, and it's like done. Good to see you too, Pip. Yeah, when you got the booklet and the disc, that was definitely the case with a lot of like older DVDs from Anchor Bay or the other ones. And yeah, Apocalypse is my favorite Resident Evil movie, hands down. And I love the Steelbooks. And Extinction, which is like my second favorite. Resident Evil Extinction. There it is. Nothing on the... Oh, the crows are on the inside. You can kind of see them. It's really bright, but you can see them in there. Right Respect asks, I don't remember asking you, but what was your thoughts on the RE Village plot being leaked entirely before the game and release date? I think that's really sad. I agree, Ryan Respect, also because the day that happened, me and John had to sit there and we had to read them. We had to read them and we had to intake every single bit of information because we can't do videos on it. We can't report on it or we'll get taken down and we'll be bye-bye, and we don't want to be bye-bye. And we have, no issues with that stuff. So the problem is that the reason why we had to read them was because of you guys. We had to make sure that you're safe. We have to make sure that we can clap any motherfucker that comes in here and tries to spoil it for you guys. And so that's why we had to take the L and look at that stuff. Now, how we feel, well, that's not what we're going to talk about. Obviously, you guys know, we're not going to talk about that here. But we had to read them for that reason. So, yeah, me and John are definitely disappointed. I could speak for both of us when I say this. Me and John are definitely kind of bummed that happened. It's a shame, and it's a shame that people are getting spoiled, and I hate when that shit happens. Same thing with Last of Us 2 and all that other shit, you know what I mean? So, we're still kicking, we're still going to do it. We're still going to cover it. We're going to cover the official stuff, though, only. Leaks are one thing, and we talked about leaks before, but major plot point leaks and stuff like that, that's just a bummer. And we're not going to do videos on it because we're not trying to stop anyone from that, to doing shit like that. You know what I mean? How can I also forget this Steelbook, okay? And we got James here making an appearance. But I got to grab one more thing. Well, I was trying to grab the GameCube Steelbook from Sakaguchi, but I don't know where it is. It's somewhere. It's hanging around. I probably put it somewhere, but oh, thank you, Pip. I appreciate the shout out. Yeah, the PS2 Steelbook is Dustin was able to snag that from a game store that we went to, and he just saw it sitting there, and he got a really good fucking deal on it. I'll just say that. And I got the RE4 red tin somewhere over there. I just don't know where it is. I probably was just moving it when I was cleaning or something like that. I gotta stop doing that. But yeah, that too, Bloody in Third. It's the same. It's like if you use social media, someone's gonna fucking do that shit to you anyway, and it's really annoying. So, you just gotta hold out and just try to be, as safe as you can. But yes, so I also have the RE4 tin. It's just I did show it in a collection update. It's just somewhere. But we're already on to the movies, so let's push forward. So those are the 3 Walmart Steelbooks. I don't know if there's more of them on Wally World Steelbooks, but when I was younger, did I have any OG Resident Evil toys? No, but my friend had the he had the Toy Biz ones from the 90s, and he had a whole collection of them, and we used to actually, play with them, like fuck around with them and shit like that, like set them up against like wrestling figures and stuff like that. Like I have like fond memories of that stuff. And then I got them later. I got into getting them later, but I still haven't really dabbled into the toys because number 1, it's really expensive, and 2, I need room. So Ty says, how hyped are you for the Resident Evil movie reboot? Like 1 to 10? Probably about like a 4, honestly. It's a 4 to 5. Like it's we have a podcast show coming out this upcoming week about that. We talked about everything, all the leaks, all the press photos and everything. So yes, we're going to talk about that stuff. So obviously in the topic of movies. So the next thing that came out in about 2017 were the pop art, they call them pop art, Best Buy Steelbooks. I think some of these are valuable. I don't fucking know. Honestly, I'm not sure. But but we have a lot. So the first one is Resident Evil, and this artwork, I think these are probably my favorite Steelbooks from the movies. And the first one here is this. The lab door opening. I think we kind of talked about this last week. They reuse the same Blu-rays over and over again. But all released simultaneously in 2017. I remember seeing them. Shout out to Steve Robinson. He was Dreamcast Hub on YouTube. Follow Dreamcast Hub if you love fucking Dreamcast or gaming. Like, what are you doing? This is... I remember buying all these. I remember like seeing all of them, and he was just like, dude, just buy them because you're going to regret them if you don't get them all. And I was like, yeah, you're right about that. So this is definitely one of my favorites, again, because Nemesis is on the front. Even though he never walks through this wall, like you don't see him walk up, like the big wall that they were closing to get people out of the city, like Nemesis was never there, and he never broke through it with guards, but it's still a cool fucking, you know, artwork. So next one is Resident Evil Extinction. Another cool little artwork. It's gold on the inside. This time there's no birds, just gold. Anderson said RE1 movie was a prequel. Did you ever read the articles? Yeah, I know. I know that's what he wanted to do. Doesn't mean it was a good fucking prequel. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't mean anything. Like, he could say whatever the fuck he wants and drink his fucking tea and crimpets, but at the end of the day... Yeah, but at the end of the day, that motherfucker fucked up big time, and Apocalypse he didn't even direct. But Apocalypse is better. I know he still wrote it, but holy shit. But yeah, so this is Afterlife right here. With the Executioner on the front. And then the fucking showers, because that was the big 3D cell, was the Executioner throwing the axe. Resident Evil Retribution. And this has the liquor on the front, and then the back, it just looks like rain. And that's it. And then the final chapter has, I think it has like Dr. Isaac on the front or whatever. So that's the one that I don't have from these pop Steelbooks. Everything else I have to, yeah, I'm going to have to figure that out. But yeah, exactly, David. It's like he lied his way into an RE film. He's like, oh, yeah. It's like, motherfucker, a prequel story? Like, you could do it. Like for example, this movie, because we're on a topic of movies. That's all my Steelbooks, by the way, all the movie Steelbooks and everything, and gaming Steelbooks. But to cap that off, this movie could be a better prequel than what he fucking got. You know what I mean? So it's like if someone else can do it better in one shot, motherfucker, they got you beat already. You know what I mean? So then that's what this is supposed to be. It's supposed to be some kind of, you know, prequel, still cover both games, kind of dabble into both. That's what it seems to be. But we shall see. Retribution's really bad. It's so forgettable. I think Retribution and Final Chapter are like, the only reason why Final Chapter is memorable at all, is because of the predictive combat software. That's the only fucking reason why. And the door hitting Wesker, you're fired. That's like, and that's not a good thing to be memorable for. It's all shitty. It's all like stupid, tacked on shit. So it really doesn't make any sense. But what is your least favorite looking RE Steelbook you own? That's a good question. I would say, honestly, probably. That's a good question. I like them all. But I don't know. That's a really good question. I like them all. I like them all. But there's a lot. You know what? Fuck this Steelbook. Because how the fuck are you going to have Resident Evil 2? And this is what you put on the front. Like, this makes sense. This, like, it's Nemesis. And it's Jill. And that's what the game is about. Where the fuck's Leon? No! Fucking no! And this is rare? I'll throw this shit out the window right now. I'm kidding. But look, this is lazy. Like, even the movie ones look better. You know what I mean? So, like, all of these that I just showed you in this video, you'll be like, yo, this is the shittiest one. I think so. But, you know, that's just me. Like, the RE3 one, like, where's Birkin? Where's Mr. X? Where is the face of, like, Leon? Where's Leon and Claire on the back? It's not even consistent. It's not even consistent. Like, you should have a monster from RE3, a monster from RE2, both characters on the back, Claire, Leon, Jill. It almost makes it look uniform, guys. Oh my, whoa. Come on. So, you know what? This is a piece of shit, but it's cool. It's cool to have. It's cool to have. RE2 fans like it. I like it. I have multiple of these. These are cool. But what the fuck? They dropped the ball on this thing. They could have made... Okay. The Steelbook from, I think it's the UK or Germany or somewhere, that has Leon in the rain. That Steelbook is better than this. Don't come at me with that shit, because that shit is better than this. I think so. That's what we need. We want our characters on there. What is this? This looks fucking dope. But, you know, we all have our own opinions. So, I love all my Steelbooks. They're all great. You know what I mean? They're great. But, you just did a better advertising pitch than when it came out. Yeah. Hey, look, listen. All I'm saying is that, like, I like stuff to look consistent and stuff like that. All the pop art Resident Evil Steelbooks look consistent. All the Resident Evil Walmart Steelbooks look consistent. What the fuck? And, like, this kicks the shit out of both of them, I think. I mean, I still like the RE3 one, because there's not really nothing on the back here. That's probably why I like the RE3 one. But, like, this is badass. At least they tried something different. They tried different, but that look is fine for a screenshot. Not exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, on the artwork, it's cool, but, like, the artwork of them on the front of RE2 still is, like, whatever. It's not, like, the best artwork either. But, like, the whatever Steelbook was in whatever country, like, that was the one that was better. Whatever. I don't know if it was, like, a pre-order bonus or it was, like, a collector's edition. I'm not sure. But enough of my rambling. I get passionate about Steelbooks and stupid shit that doesn't matter. And that's the story of my life. So thank you for watching this video. And I appreciate you guys checking in the live stream and checking in on the streams. And this is the first one for 2021 in the books. And this was just kind of a collection chat, collection talk. We'll probably do more of these. You know, I'm a big Steelbook collector, so this is one that I like to talk about. Check out last week's video where we talked about all the Resident Evil home media releases that came out. Ones that I owned, ones that I didn't own. We kind of went through a lot of them because there's so many releases of these things. And we talked about the Blu-rays that were reused, the Blu-rays that were different. Yeah, Ryan Redford. I do remember when the back cover of games were good. It was almost like that was a selling point. It was almost like going to like the video store or renting stuff when you would be sold on the stuff that was on there. But yes, Mel's the trash lord. You changed your name. Holy shit. But yeah, no, I know it matters. You know, guys, I'm fucking around. It matters to me. God damn it. It matters to me. I'm the one that has like the fucking shelf just filled. I need more space. And I'm like, it doesn't matter. No, it matters. I mean, yeah, because if it wasn't for, Resident Evil collecting, that got me into everything else like that. So, yeah, so leave the like, hit the thumbs up. Gonzu, I'm doing well. We're heading out, though. And we're going to be putting out the new episode of the podcast where we talk about the Resident Evil movie reboot that is scheduled for September of this year. I can't believe I'm saying that. We're here, guys. So, hope you guys enjoy this little kind of surprise stream. I just kind of winged it, and you guys seem to like. You guys wanted to see the steelbooks. You guys asked for more steelbooks. So I figured, you know what? Let's just do it. So yes. So stay tuned for that. We're going to be putting out the first episode of Let's Talk Resident Evil podcast in 2021. Stay tuned for that, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.